What's up, guys? Chisanga Malata here from the Daily Star and Daily Express in London. I hope you're all well and are having a good week so far. If you're like me, you're looking forward to the weekend at this moment in time. I'm absolutely itching for it to be the weekend. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about one of the burning questions after UFC 254. That question, of course, is what is going to happen with the lightweight title. The lightweight title, as you all know, or unless you're living under a rock for the last few days, is currently vacant following Khabib Nurmagomedov's decision to retire from mixed martial arts after his UFC 254 victory over Justin Gaethje. Now, I've seen many people propose different ideas as to what should happen with the lightweight title, including ideas of tournaments, of 16-man tournaments, 8-man tournaments, 4-man tournaments. But I think we all know what's going to happen here. The lightweight title is going to be contested in the main event of UFC 257 between Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier. That fight, as we all know, has been in the works, and for me, I wouldn't be surprised if the fight is already booked, but the UFC just haven't announced it. Now, initially, McGregor's head coach, John Kavanagh, SBG head coach John Kavanagh, that is, alluded to the fact that McGregor versus Poirier II, which has been 6 years in the making, will be at 170 pounds. I do believe on Twitter he was saying something like to Dustin, enjoy your Christmas and enjoy the glycogen in the muscles or what have you, and indulge yourself, basically. That's what John's message was. But following the news that Khabib is no longer in the equation, I'm sure that both men have adjusted their diets accordingly. And at this moment in time, it makes the most sense for the UFC to put McGregor versus Poirier as a successor fight to Khabib Nurmagomedov's fight with Justin Gaethje. Dustin is coming into the fight on the back of an impressive unanimous decision victory in a grueling war with Dan Hooker. And of course, Conor is coming into the contest on the back of his 42nd demolition of Donald Cowboy Cerrone. Now, I know that some people would like to see Justin Gaethje in the fight, and I can understand the logic and the sentiment behind it, but I just feel that at this moment, the optics of the situation, it wouldn't look that good to have the guy that just lost emphatically to Khabib compete for the title. Now, I'm a huge Justin Gaethje fan. I'll put my hands up and I'll say that, but I think that probably what makes most sense for him right now is to, I think if you look at the landscape of the division right now, I think the fight for him is probably going to be Charles Oliveira. Now, going back to the proposed lightweight title fight itself, I mean, it's a difficult pick for me, to be honest. I mean, obviously, Conor emphatically beat Dustin. I believe it was at UFC 178 6 years ago, and I think it was 147 seconds there. I think it was at the 1 minute 47 mark that he knocked him out. But Dustin has improved, and he's come on leaps and bounds since that fight. And obviously, one key factor is the fact that Dustin, I think, is now fighting, he has been for the last few years, but he'd be fighting at a weight that he should have been fighting at. I mean, we all saw how depleted he was at 145, and I think that had an adverse effect on him, especially in that fight. So it'll be very interesting to see who comes out on top of that fight. But as I said at the top of this segment, this is the fight that will be made for the UFC's 155-pound title. As much as I'd like to see a tournament, it'd be amazing to have a tournament where you have Conor and Justin, and then you have Michael Chandler and Tony Ferguson fight in the same card. But the UFC aren't going to do that. It's within their best interest to have Conor McGregor holding gold as soon as possible. And what better way for him to do it than to potentially beat somebody that he's already beaten and beat them emphatically. All right, guys, that's all from me. Chisanga Malata from the Daily Star and Daily Express. If you like, hearing me ramble every so often, I'll start doing more of these videos. And if you like more of my takes, you can follow me at Chisanga_Malata on Twitter and on Instagram. Take care and enjoy the Anderson Silva fight this weekend.